everyone, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Charmaine, and I like to talk about books, unbox subscription boxes, and generally just have a good time. So if you're in for any of that, please consider subscribing. And today, we're doing my book wrap-up? Yeah, book wrap-up, right? I don't know. So I'm going to tell you guys about the books that I read in the last couple of months. So yes, book wrap-up. I think that's what it is. I don't know. Honestly, I haven't had one of these videos in a while because I have not been doing good on reading stuff. So I need to get better at reading stuff, but it's because I read two books that really, like, they were so good that they gave me like book burnout. Like, I did not want to read anything else because I was like, I'm just going to live in this book world for a little while before I start reading something new. And I read two of them. So honestly, I only read 4 books in the last 2 months. But that's still 2 books a month, so not terrible, really. And today is May 2nd, so yeah. And I just started a new one for May yesterday. So these are actually the 4 books that I read in those 2 months. Okay, so I'm going to show you the first one first. Now, 2 of them I had as audiobooks, so I just have photos on my tablet, you know, so I'll show you guys. But the first one here is the Psalm of Storms and Silence. This was also the first one to give me like book burnout. The ending was amazing. Okay. I read the first one and then I really instantly got into the second one. The first one was a Songs of Wrath and Ruin. So that was the first one. And they're by the author Rose A. Brown. The first one was amazing. Okay. So as soon as the first one ended, I was like, oh, I gotta read the second one. So I started reading the second one like right away. And it took me a little bit longer to get through it. Still super good. Like, they're both amazing. The story continuation was awesome. Like, it was like, she kind of wrote like one book and then just split it into 2. Like, it didn't have that weird thing where there was like a sequel leg kind of thing. But I will say that the ending was both super, super good and really annoying. You can tell by my face. Like, it was so good. It was so good. But the thing that I wanted to happen didn't happen. And then I was like, oh, okay, well, that's fine. That's how we're going to live this. That's fine. So, yeah. And if you've ever seen one of my book review videos, I am not good at these. Like, I am good at telling you every single thing that happened in the book, so you really don't need to read it for yourself. You're welcome. So I'm trying to avoid doing that. But essentially what happens is there's a queen and a daughter, and there's like this big, like, party coming up, like a festival kind of thing. And there's all these different tribes that are going to come to the main... Like, if you're in Wizard of Oz, they're coming to the land of Oz. Like, they're coming to Wizard of Oz's house. I don't know what that's called. The Empire? The castle? One of those things. So they're all going to come there, and they do a different kind of, like, warrior battle to figure out who's going to be, like, the warrior, or what the sign is going to be. This is a bad review. This is a bad review, but, like, I'm trying to, like, not tell you guys what exactly is happening in the book, because I will do that. I will do that. So, the princess and one of the guys become like friends, and then they go and they like try and help everything, and they're trying to like put everything back to how it should be because something happens and like something bad happens, right? So at the end of the book, I can't tell you. I'm gonna give it all away. Okay, I don't know how to put like timestamps or spoilers or anything like that. But essentially what happens is it's a very, very good ending to the book. Like, amazing ending. It was a very, very satisfying, but I was sad because one thing didn't happen. So, you know, I don't know how to say it because I'm going to give it away. I don't even know why I do book reviews because all I do is give it away. You guys know I have no chill though. So I'm just going to keep saying that I'm going to give it away, and I'm not going to give it away. I'm just going to stop talking there. The book is a 5 out of 5 for me though. Like, seriously, both of them, the series, amazing, amazing. I hope that she writes more books. If she does, I will be reading her books because so good. Like, so good. Intricate story. Well-read characters, like well-imagined characters. Like, I could picture it in my mind while I was listening to it. You know what I mean? It was like a very good story. I was very involved and in depth with the story. So yes, extremely good book. I hope you guys read it. It was super, super good. So, yes, good book. Sorry I don't have better reviews. So the book I read after that was A Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, which you guys knew, like, if you've seen my book videos, you know that I've been trying to read this for a while. This was super good. I will say that a lot of people have started reading these recently because it like went like famous on like Book Talk, like TikTok's book version of TikTok. And like a lot of people were crying and stuff like that. So I feel as though those people didn't know the story of Achilles or like have like the Greek mythology thing, because I do, like I love Greek mythologies. That's one of my favorite things. That's why I was like super excited to get this. And I got like the Circe one here. Circe? This one here, which I'm gonna read eventually. So like Madeline Miller, awesome author. Great job. Told a good story. There's a lot of the myth there that like you understand, and like if you know back myths for Greek mythology, super good. I didn't feel the need to cry, I will say that, but it is sad at the end. So essentially what it is, if you guys don't know, there's a story about Achilles. It's like a myth about Achilles. The mythology of Achilles is that when he's born, his mom takes him and dips him in a river by his ankle, and then he's supposed to be like undefeatable. Like he won't die unless he gets hurt in the ankle, essentially is what it is. So this is his story about how he's like a young boy and he's like growing up and he's doing like learning how to be a fighter and stuff. So he's going to like fighter school kind of thing. And then he meets Patroclus, who it's a hard to say, but they meet, and Patroclus is like the son of like, is he like a son of a king or something like that? But like his dad doesn't like him and he's very mean to him. So they end up becoming friends at the school, and they train how to like go into battle together and stuff like that. And it's like the story of their lives and like how they become friends, and then they become like companions, and like they go and they're going to the Troy War because Helen has been taken by oh my gosh, can't think of his name. Menelaus is her husband, and then she gets taken, and yeah, so she's there and at Troy, and this is the battle of like the Greeks trying to get her back for her husband. And you know, like the Trojan horse is like part of that myth as well. Like there's the Trojan horse and they get in the horse, and then the Troy accepts the horse, and then like that's how they get in, is how the Greeks get in, that kind of thing. I don't know if I'm explaining this very well. I'm pretty much just talking. I hope you guys still watch this video because I'm a little bit all over the place, but yeah. So essentially what this is like how they're together, they fall in love, and then the story of like how that war happens and everything like that. Super good book. Like I love Greek mythology and stuff like that, so I was very into this book because I know like a lot of the myths, right? Because I like Greek mythology. So this one was a super good book. 10 out of 10. 100% 10 out of 10. Would definitely read this. Super pumped to read this. I don't know when it'll happen because I just started my rereads of stuff, but I am super pumped to read this. So yes, go Madeline Miller. I hope she writes more Greek mythology books, because that would be super cool. Because she's really good at it. Like she did a good job. She did her research and stuff like that. And yeah, super good book. Okay, so that was book number 2. Then we have book number 3, which was also one that like the ending of it just made me be like, okay, well I'm book burnout, you know? But it's the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Sorry. This one. Hopefully you guys can see it. I'm trying to like turn it so that the ring light is like not shining on it. Go back a little bit maybe. But so this is the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Oh, yeah. Which side note? Anyway, so that's the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. And what it is to me, it was kind of like a Marilyn Monroe-esque movie star. Is like she's in the 50s and she becomes a movie star. That's at that point where they were like licensed to the studio. So she does like movies, and she meets like, she talks about how she meets like her different husbands and like her different relationships and stuff like that. Honestly, amazing book. My friend Taylor did Mass Monday, and she was doing book reviews in her one, and I was like, oh, I can't watch this. I just started reading this book, so I'm gonna watch the video, but I'm not gonna like actually watch it. So I had it on, and I like commented to her a couple of times just saying like, hey, I'm like supporting you, but I'm like not watching it because I can't know what happens. Because I just started it. It was phenomenal. Like, it's written by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I think it's their first book. So if it is, I'm not 100% sure. If they write anything else, I will snap it up instantly. Like, this was such a good book. And a lot of people have been talking about this book. So I know that it was a good book because like so many people have been talking about it. It was so good. Like, So she's explaining how like she comes from a different background, but she dyes her hair blonde, and then she can speak Spanish, but she's not allowed to speak Spanish because she's trying to not be Spanish in Hollywood at the time. And then so she dyes her hair blonde, she has to wear like certain clothes, she's talking like she has the makeup artist is like her friend, like, and she's explaining how like the studio kind of controlled what she did. So she would go and she would be in a movie with like her ex-husband, and then the studio would like loan her out to different studios to use. And essentially what it was, to me anyways, is she's like Marilyn Monroe famous kind of thing, but she didn't pass away. Yeah. So, and then what she's doing is she has like a writer come from a magazine, and she hasn't like done interviews. She doesn't do interviews. She hasn't like been doing stuff for a while kind of thing. And she doesn't like get her picture taken, stuff like that. So she has this writer sorry, I'm excited. This writer come from a magazine, and the writer, she's telling the story to the writer, and she's saying like, I will give you my story, but you can't put it in the magazine, like just write a book. And then you can have like the residuals from the book after I pass away kind of thing. So super, super good book. She tells about her life, her relationships, her daughter, her friendships, her everything like that. And this is the thing I was going to say. This is a LGBTQ plus, you know, the whole rainbow book. And so is this one. So that's cool because I didn't even realize that I had read 2 of them in the same month. And I am a big supporter of all of that. So that's awesome. Yeah, so if you have a chance to read that, please read that. So good. So good. The ending is heartbreaking. Like, I don't want to give it away, but I just did a little bit. But like, after I read it, I was like, okay, I'm never reading a book again. Like, so it took me a couple of days to be like, okay, I got to read a book again. But it was so good. Oh, okay. And the last book that I read, which is actually my reread for this summer, I'm pumped. So I'm going to read the whole series, but this is The City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. And it's a Shadowhunter series. I will tell you, I own these books in the original covers, and then they came out with these new covers, and I didn't own book number 6 yet. So we went to a different bookstore, and I held it up like this, and I was like, I need the original cover. I don't like this. Please take this. I don't want this. So I had to re-get all of these books in these covers because I couldn't get number 6 in the original cover. And it was the first time I've ever had a series where I was like, oh, I can't have that. Like, normally I'm like a soft cover, hardcover, 6 different like series covers, whatever. But this was the first series where I was like, no, I need like the whole series to be in the same covers. So I ended up ordering like a box set of this. These are the books on the back. This is the first one. Now I just started City of Ashes. That's number 2 there. It's by my finger. So yeah, I am so excited to be reading these. These are my rereads. I read them, I think, like I want to say like 6 or 7 years ago. So it's nice for me because I have an autoimmune disease which affects my memory, and my memory is so bad that this is like reading a new series to me, but I know that I love it. So bonus for me. And they have like on the side, they have this little thing here. I'm more talking about the cover than I am about the actual book. So what it is there's like demons and monsters, and there's like vampires, werewolves, like demons, I don't know. They're called downworlders in the book, and the shadow hunters are the people who like fight them. So if like say like a vampire is going to kill a human, they go in and they like stop that from happening, and they kill like the demon or the vampire. So what it is Clary, who's like the main character, her mom, no. See, I'm giving it away already. Ugh. I get right there and then I'm like, oh no, that's a spoiler. Well, okay, so I already said it, and I don't refilm, and I don't know how to edit, so this is where we are. So her mom was a shadow hunter, and then she's hid in this world from Clary for the entire time. So now this is Clary like figuring out like how to be like about the world and stuff like that, and it was hidden from her because like she had like a spell put on her. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you the whole book. I'm just gonna tell you. Yeah, you guys are fun. I don't know. That's how it goes anyway. But there's so many books in this series. Like, so this is like there's 6 in this original series. Then there was the Mortal, this is the Mortal Instruments. Then there's the Mortal something else that had 3. And then there's like another series that had 3. And then she just like, she's working on a series. I think the new one comes out pretty soon that has 3 as well. So like there's so many books in this series that go off of like the Shadow Hunter, like that's the main kind of thing, and then there's like offshoots of it. So I'm excited to be rereading these, because once I reread these, then I'm going to do the other ones. Like the other ones are the bottom 3 here. That's like the second series, which is like a prequel to this series. And then she has like a series that comes after this series. And then there's like offshoot books like the Shadow Hunter Guide, and like Magnus Bane is a separate book. So I'm really excited to be getting into this and like rereading these. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is going to be a really long video. I probably said like a million times, and I probably said I'm excited a million times as well. But you know what? That's how book videos go for me. I don't really understand how to review a book without telling you every single thing that happens in that book. That's just where I am. So anyways, please like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't. That's cool. I will try and link the books that I talked about in my description box there, probably through Book Depository, just in case you guys want to check them out. I also, how I read my books on here is through an app called Scribed, and it's like I listen to them. They're audiobooks. So I'm not sponsored by Scribed, but I do think that Scribed is amazing. I think it costs me like $10 a month, and you can read or like listen to almost any book that you can think of on there. So that's really cool. And it recommends stuff if you read stuff. So like when I read Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, it like recommended stuff that was like that book. So that's cool, because sometimes I don't know about books. Like sometimes I just buy books for the cover. Like I didn't originally buy these for the cover, but yeah, I kind of did. And then I ended up with new covers because I was very upset that I didn't have the 6th one in the original cover, which is okay because now all of the new ones are in this cover. Man, they better not switch again. That would suck. Anyway, okay, that's it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate that. Please check out the other cool people in my description box, the other content creators, because they're awesome as well. And thank you so much for spending a couple of minutes of your day with me. I really, really appreciate that. And I really, really appreciate you. Thanks for listening to me babble as well, because, you know, that's how your girl does it. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye!